Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Press Play, the podcast that's dedicated to the music and sound design of video games. Today, I'm going to talk about the dread of Metroid Dread and how the audio serves the greater narrative of the game. Metroid Dread is a 2D side-scrolling action-adventure Metroidvania game, the franchise that coined the term Metroidvania. Metroid Dread is very different from the other Metroid games, mainly because of its implementation of undefeatable enemies called Emies that roam, stalk, and hunt in sectioned off areas of the game. And your advice from the game is that until you can somehow find a way to defeat them, your only goal is to survive. Now, the difference between Metroid Dread and other previous games is, well, obviously the more horror and suspense elements of Metroid Dread. Straight from the get-go, the title screen of Metroid Dread is an amazing example of how the rest of the game is going to go. The song is a constant drone of 4 low beats with higher stingers playing at the same time. While the classic Metroid melody is still recognizable in the theme never lets up for one moment as compared to the previous games, and it stays with the foreboding 4 count the entire time. The song is ominous and creepy, and it sets the mood perfectly for the entire game. While Metroid is an action-adventure game first and foremost, it's very interesting to see how they've incorporated horror into the game. In this Metroid game, you are alone, stranded on an alien planet that is inhabited by deadly alien creatures. Your only goal in this game is to return to your ship that's on the surface of the planet and to, well, survive. In order to progress in the game, you have to survive certain enemies called Emies, or extraplanetary multiform mobile identifiers. They are terrifying robots that have identified you as a threat and will stop at nothing to eliminate you. They stalk and hunt you in these designated Emmy zones. They are these large robot-like creatures, humanoid, but they have large claws for hands and feet and can climb up walls and crawl through small spaces and have this one giant red light for a face, and once they catch you, they impale you. These zones are certain areas of the map that where any movement you make, the Emmy can track you. You have to hide from or evade the Emies, but if they catch up to you, their attacks are almost impossible to avoid and will instantly kill you. The song that is playing underneath these zones almost borderline on ambient noise. It plays an atonal melody under what sounds like slow, drawn-out horror stingers. This is the theme that plays only when the Emmy is patrolling. But when it knows you're there and is scanning for you, a more intense theme plays that still includes the melody from before, but with more percussive noises to set the mood. In this phase, if you're within its scan radius, it will sense your movements, like jumping or sliding, and begin to follow you. They're very clever with this design because whenever you move, a blinking noise will only indicate that you've moved, almost like a heartbeat monitor. This allusion to a heartbeat monitor not only tells you that you know the Emmy can track you, but it lets you know what movements you're doing that is setting off the Emmy. Now, if the Emmy finds you and scans you, it will play this intense, dreadful chase theme where you have to run and avoid the Emmy as it relentlessly pursues you until you either defeat it or somehow escape. One mechanic that I'd love to talk about with this game is called the parry mechanic. With the Emies in particular, if they catch up to you and hold you within their claws, you'll be given a split-second chance to parry their attacks and escape. Right before they attack you, a yellow flash will flash on the screen and a big stinger will play with it. It is an extremely small, narrow window that you have to watch and listen for. If you are able to press the button at the exact time you need to, you can parry their attacks and essentially survive what is a one-hit kill from them. The combination of video and audio in this design of the mechanic greatly serves to further enhance the narrative of suspense, because once they catch you, it is almost impossible for you to escape. So you have to try your hardest the entire time for them to not catch you. Other than that, Metroid does a superb job of showcasing its beautiful world building. It has a ton of great themes that fit each area of exploration. Its boss music is captivating and very intense. It keeps you on your toes and vigilant the entire fight. This game and its soundtrack is 100% worth checking out if you haven't already. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you tune in next time, and goodbye.